Welcome back, wrestling fans, to another powerful breakdown here on Wainsider, where we go beyond the surface and into the heart of the stories shaping WWE today. September 2nd, 2025. Raw wasn't just another episode. It was history in the making, a night etched in blood, emotion, and legacy. Roman Reigns, the man who has carried the weight of a dynasty, walked into the ring not as the untouchable tribal chief, but as a fighter tested by time, by pressure, and by betrayal. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. On the other side of the squared circle stood Bron Breakker. Young, ruthless, hungry, a man who has already carved out a reputation as one of the most dangerous rising stars in WWE history. It wasn't just a match. It was a collision of eras. Spear versus spear. Power versus power. Pride versus legacy. The arena pulsed with tension. Every fan knew this wasn't going to be about holds and counters. This was about dominance, about who truly stood as the alpha in WWE. Roman carried with him years of triumph, years of manipulation, years of forcing loyalty from his family. But in that same silence, he carried scars, resentment from those who once bent the knee to him. Bron Breakker entered the ring with no fear. His eyes were locked on Roman like a predator stalking prey. For him, this wasn't family business. This was about proving he was the future by destroying the past. The opening bell told the story of two bulls colliding. Each spear attempt was dodged, countered, and teased, creating an atmosphere where every move could end the match, or end a career. The crowd roared louder with every clash. Roman's power met Bron's raw explosiveness. It was a fight that didn't just test their bodies, but tested their wills. And then, halfway through, came the shocking climax. A moment that flipped the entire night on its head. Bron Breakker hit the unthinkable. His spear cracked Roman in half, not once, but twice, leaving the tribal chief gasping for air. The man who once stood untouchable was suddenly fragile, vulnerable, human. The arena fell silent as the referee nearly called for the medics. Roman's aura of invincibility had been pierced, and everyone watching knew this wasn't just another match. Backstage whispers immediately began. Some said Roman had rushed back too soon, his body not ready for such punishment. Others believed this was Bron's coronation, the symbolic passing of the torch, whether Roman wanted it or not. But in the midst of all the speculation, the most telling reaction came from the bloodline themselves. Jey and Jimmy Uso were nowhere to be found, their silence speaking louder than any interference. This was Roman standing alone, Roman facing the monster of a new era with no family to shield him. It was a sight that shook the foundation of everything the bloodline had stood for. Bron Breakker's dominance wasn't just physical, it was psychological. By spearing Roman, by leaving him clutching his ribs, he didn't just win a fight, he broke the illusion of Roman's eternal dominance. Fans online exploded. Some praised Bron as the future, others grieved at watching Roman crumble in such fashion. And in the middle of it all, the WWE locker room held its breath, sensing a shift in power they couldn't stop. Roman Reigns, once the unstoppable tribal chief, now faced questions of mortality. Was his empire slipping through his hands? Was this the beginning of the end of the dynasty he fought so ruthlessly to control? For Bron, the attack meant one thing: a seat at the table not given, but taken. A declaration that his spear now stood as the most feared weapon in WWE. And for Jey Uso, for the family watching from a distance, it was a reminder that bloodlines break when trust is shattered. Their tears, their silence, told a story words could not. The aftermath of this battle is not just about who won or lost. It's about legacy, about whether Roman's reign can survive the storm of the new generation. As we reflect, one truth stands out: betrayal, broken trust, and blood will always define the bloodline's story more than gold or glory ever could. And in the clash of spear versus spear, on September 2nd, 2025, the WWE world was forced to confront a haunting question. When blood spills in the ring, can family ever truly heal?